To your point just now, you've been there, done that, right? You took two businesses in the MSP space, ran them, exited them ultimately. I'm curious, when you think about the kind of transitions that you saw the channel go through, walked through yourself, right? That initial break fix to services evolution, the cloud conversations that started, and now we're in this new era of, is AI going to change everything? Everything feels different. What does it mean for the channel? When you think about the ways that you kind of lived through the former transitions that I highlighted, what lessons do you think MSPs can take from those waves and apply now to the AI of it all? Or do you think this is a fundamentally different business evolution that owners are now going through?
Oh, that's a great question. And I have to continuously go back and say this is the industrial revolution of our age, right? And we've seen it before. We've seen it time and time again. That's something that we're humans. And so in our history, we tend to repeat things, right? And it's just a new UI over it, I would say, in that aspect of it. So going from break fix to the managed services, it was a complete transformation on thought and how we would lead through that. Same thing when it came to cloud and then security. So for me, it's I always go back to the fundamentals. It's the same fundamentals across the board, and it's just a new wave of how we're doing things. And so in when you look at transformations, we always tend to see the fear, the hype, all of that comes up, and everybody's, oh my God, it's a race, and how are we going to get there? And is it going to completely change things? And at the end of the day, I always like to kind of take a step back and say, what does that actually mean in where we are in reality? And then how are we going to take the necessary steps to move forward? So it's the same, but different.
Diving into kind of what makes this feel different, right? I know the technological piece obviously is huge. AI isn't just new to the channel, it's new to everybody in many ways, right? So when you think about, if you were in the shoes of MSP owners, right? If you still kind of held your business and were leading an MSP, what would you kind of be focused on as a leader in terms of developing, going back to the fundamentals, et cetera, to take back to that team to set yourself up for success right now, do you think?
Yeah, one of the things that I've always loved to do is start with your customer. You put yourself in your customer's shoes. I used to do an exercise with my team that I would say we need to ask 100 questions. So really getting curious as to where our customers are. So before we would bring any kind of new service offering or adjust any of our processes to match that, I would always say, what are the 100 questions we're going to get from our customers? And that's where we start, because that tells us a lot in terms of where they are, what their worries are, what they're looking forward to, what is exciting them about this new thing, right? And especially when it comes to AI, you said it, like this is more, it's a sexier term in technology than anything else. So it's definitely wider acceptance is happening, and the adoptability is absolutely crazy. And so because of that, I always say, like, that's the fundamental that you still go back to. What does your customer want? Where are they at? And what are they looking forward to? Because if you can answer those questions ahead of time, if you can anticipate what they're going to look for, then you can build a service offering that is not just something that they're looking forward to, but something that's easily adoptable to them, something that makes sense to them. And the sales conversation completely changes in that perspective as well, because now they're feeling like, okay, you absolutely understand what it is that I want, what I need, and you also have the steps to, bring that service to us, which totally makes the comfortability aspect of it a game changer. Because if you really think about it. People are people, and a lot of the concerns that are going to come up are definitely fear-based, are definitely worrying about safety in change and in transformation, which, you know, that brings a lot of anxiety. So if you can calm those fears by anticipating what it is that they want and need, a total game changer.